Hi everyone, today we'll be going through the tutorial on using the CAS calculator fx-CP400. So today I'll go through the question on Cambridge Unit 3-4 Maths Methods, Exercise 1H Question 6. So in this question, we need to find what the expression of an area of rectangle is. So you can see here it's defined by ODCB. So basically the rectangle could maybe stretch like that, or it could stretch further out like that. However, this function has a limit on the domain, so it's only stretching from 0 to 6, and that's the function. So for part A, we need to find what the expression is for the area of the rectangle. So in this particular case, what we want is the length times width. So the length will be the x coordinate and the width will be the y coordinate. So the area is just simply equals to A times FA. So which is then equals to 6A over A plus 2. And then for part B, the implied domain and range of A. So in this case, because A is defined from function f, which would then use the same domain. So then the implied domain will just equal to 0 to 6, inclusive of 0 and inclusive of 6. And in terms of the range, now in this case, we need to start using our calculator because now we need to know whether the graph could look something like this or like this, so that, could be a minimum or a maximum. So we need to double check that using our calculator. So what we'll do now is we'll pull out the CAS calculator. So let me sort of bring this up. So, okay, so you can see here, I've got my CAS open. And then what I want to do is we want to go to menu and go to graph and table. So if you select graph and table here, then you can go to, so you have a list of all the functions. So what we want to do is we want to type the 6x. So before that, we go to keyboard, we go to math1 and select the function, the fraction. So it's you got the two squares there and a line across. So that's the fraction. Then we type 6x over x plus 2. So we type that in. And then we just delete that. And then, so once we type the function in, then we need to go to math3 and put the straight line down. So that gives a condition to the x domain. So we put, it's between 0 to x to 6. So type that all in. You can see there. And then after that, we give that a tick and we select the very first button there to graph. So if you go to this one here, we select that one to graph. And then what we want to do is also, if you have issues with displaying the graph, you go to auto. So once you select auto, it should regraph and it should come up something like this. So that's the Classpad doing its own graph, estimating what it should look like. And then if you can't see the full graph, you can zoom out. So you select zoom and zoom out. So you should get something like this. And here you can see that this is a strictly increasing function. That means when x is low, y is low. And then when x is high, y is high. So that means we can figure out our range pretty straightforward. So next you want to find out, what's the maximum value of y. So the minimum value of y will be 0 because when x is 0, y is 0, because you have the 6 times x at the top. Then for the maximum value of y, all you got to do is you go to analysis and then go to gsolve and go to ycalc. So you find out what the y coordinate is. So you press on that, and then once the box comes out, then you type in the x value as 6, and you press OK, like so. Then here you see the answer straight away. So now you can see the y value is 4.5. So let's quickly jump back into our working out. So, okay, so as you can see here, so our range would then be from 0 to 4.5. And then for part C, so let me quickly, yeah, this is, okay, that's all good. Okay, so for part C, state the maximum value of AX between 0 to 6. So in this case, because it's a strictly increasing function, and we just simply look at the range here, so the maximum value is just equals to 4.5. And then for D, the sketching part is pretty easy. You just copy that from the calculator. So the calculator looks something like this. So this is X, this is AX. And then it starts from 0, 0, the origin. So 0, 0. And then you just go up into 6, and the Y is at 4.5. So this will be at 4.5, and that is 6, comma 4.5. And that's it. So that's an example of using the CAS calculator to solve a calculator active question. If you've got any questions, feel free to comment down in the YouTube below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video for another practice. Okay, see you later.